Welcome in, everyone. This is Cameron from Andretti Motorsports. Sorry about that. I don't know why the live ended, but we are back live out here at Prairie City. Up next, you have Senior 206 coming out on the track, sponsored by Andretti Motorsports. Looks like we are splitting them up. They're on their second lap. A white flag is in the air. Looks like your leader right now is Colby Romero, followed by Trentin. Third is Chase Hand. Fourth is Derek Demanja. And the checkered is in there. So it looks like it's going to be first is going to be Colby Romero. Second, Trentin Haley. Followed by Chase Hand, Derek the Man, Nathan Heath, and fifth. Sixth is Travis Mitchell. Seventh is Nick Short. Eighth is Stephen Ezra. And ninth is Jonathan Andreezy. 10th, you have Casey Moore. Looks like up next is the second. This is the second heat for the senior 206. Up next, you will have junior 206. We will be back in 10 minutes. All good. How come ratio is not updated?
Myers now taking over on the first spot, even though it doesn't really count on this lap. We'll wait to see the actual result here when Tom Ratto comes around. See the actual times they'll be running before they get the white flag. But no change right now for Jonathan Ronca. But right now it's going to be Darren Myers and Blake Milton that took up a couple of spots from where they started. But Tom Ratto getting ready to come around again and see what type of time he can put up against the pre-existing splits that came through. Tom Ratto now getting the checkered flag with a 56.698. That's going to put him in 21st as of right now. Blake Milton with that 54.1, but Darren Myers jumping up, taking the 21st away from Tom Ratto with a 56.133, so a 5/10 deficit. But Ray Cruz, 23rd, unspecified, just the number 674 out of 58.109. And that's going to be Tony Morales? Tony Varese, okay. And Jonathan Ronca in that 25th spot. And then we're going to be going into heat races now, I believe, right? Romero with that pole position spot with a 50.341, followed by Trenton Healy close in the hunt with a 50.775. Chase Hand 3/10 off of close to getting in the top 5. But now it's going to be the Junior 2 class that's going to be going out for their qualifying session.
All right. Sorry about that. We are back now here live.
Cool to see both Matt and Gabby racing out here at the same time. Despite them being in different classes, it's still cool to see brother and sister out here racing. And this track is awesome for family. It's super family oriented, and I love seeing brothers and sisters going out and racing together. It's a super cool thing to be able to do with your sibling. I don't have any, but it'd be pretty cool to see my sibling race as well. So just cool for me to see. But Caleb Chenault in that second place position. Cooper Perez now taking third, followed by Henry Fogarty, Gavin McCune, Jeremy Heath, and Jamison Gwinnett in seventh place. Gabby Gadara taking P1 now with that 52.585, followed by Cooper Perez as of now. Jamison Gwinnett jumping to third place with a 53.562, followed by Jeremy Heath, Gavin McCune, Caleb Chenault now in that third place position, and Henry Fogarty going up to fourth place. So a lot of jumping around here, seeing Jamison just be in third, but a couple of people coming across the line to take that away and put him in fifth place. But getting ready to take this final lap, Cooper Perez still out in first, not have been caught up to by Gabby Gadara, but she's on a roll. So we'll see what type of improvement these two can make going to the finish line now. A little bit of a drafting opportunity here for her, getting in the wake of Cooper Perez. She jumps to a 51.826. Cooper Perez with a 52.801. Jamison Gwinnett taking that second place position away from Cooper Perez with a 52.042. Jeremy, holy moly, Caleb Chenault now taking the second place position. Only a tenth separates between Gabby Gadara and Caleb Chenault as of now, but Jamison Gwinnett still in that third place position. Henry Fogarty in fourth, Gavin McCune in fifth, and Jeremy Heath in sixth. Cooper Perez falling back down to seventh place, but we'll see how that stacks up against the second split of the Junior 2 class. And in that second group going out, it's going to be Luca Vitarelli, Mikhail Avancian. So I was mistaken earlier. It's actually Mikhail that's going to be running in Junior 2 when I thought that Manuel and Mikhail were in the same class. But Sophia Curtis also going out, Isaiah Menchie, Riel Stewart, Luca Romick, Tyler Lawlin, and Cole Anderson. And I'm pretty sure that Luca Romick might have moved up this year to the Junior 2 class from Junior 1, if I remember correctly. But I think that's going to be Mikhail Avancian going out second to start his warm-up lap. But everybody pretty much spaced out in this class as well. So it seems like the favored method for the qualifying overall today has been a lot of people splitting up. Not a lot of drafting going on a track like this where it's constant turns. I mean, there's not a lot of big drafting opportunities. Everything counts, but at the end of the day, if you can put that lap together by yourself, it'll be worth more than staying in the draft but maybe being slowed down a little bit by someone that's weaker in some corners than you are. So it seems like the safer route for everybody today was to separate themselves and do the qualifying that way. But with everybody coming across the line now, we'll see what the times start to stack up to. Isaiah Manchi with a 57.465. Mikhail Avancian in 9th place. In 10th place now, 11th place with a 58.758. But Cooper Perez still holding on to that 7th as of right now, even though it is the warm-up laps. So this time around is going to be the accurate reading of where people are standing so far on the first time lap. But as Isaiah Manchi coming to that last section of the track, going through the chicane to the fishbowl, we'll see what type of precedent he sets for the second split. Coming out of the fishbowl, building a little bit of a gap from him to Mikhail Avancian, so it looks like he's going to be on a roll. He takes over 8th place with that 53.350, but Mikhail jumping up to 9th, but getting taken over by Luka Romick, followed by Tyler Lawlin. Everybody's getting a shot at 9th place as of right now. But the fastest time in this group is going to be Isaiah with that 53.530, followed by Tyler Lawlin on this first hot lap. Sophia Curtis in that 13th place position. Luca Vitorelli in 14th with a 56.965. But Isaiah ready to take the checkered now. Let's see what type of improvement he makes. If he can get into that first 7 group and make some improvement here to break that and get past Cooper Perez. Isaiah moving up to a 5th place position now with a 52.159. Mikhail at a 9th place position. Luka Romick getting that 7th place spot. Tyler Lawlin staying in 11th. But the biggest mix-up here is going to be Isaiah getting into that top 5 spot with a 52.159. Brielle Stewart moving up to 12th place. Sophia Curtis staying in 13th. Luca Vitorelli moving up to 12th now. Moving both Brielle and Sophia down to 13th, but no time from Cole Anderson as of now. But out next, we have the first race of the day for 10 laps on the reverse GP.
We'll be right back, guys. I am back here live. We are going to play a commercial for Prairie City All Star Karting. Again, this is sponsored by All Star Karting, Prairie City Kart Track. All Star Karting, located in Rancho Cordova, California. Inside the Prairie City SVRA Park, open every Thursday through Monday. They offer open practices for the public. Bring their own carts, and they offer a full fleet of rental carts for you and your friends and to enjoy. Even if you don't have your own. Birthday parties, bachelor parties, and corporate events, and will provide the carts. They have a full pro shop on site for all your karting needs. New and used carts are always available, and their staff is ready to help you while you are here. Thank you for joining the live. Up next, we will have Heat 1 when we come back. 10 laps, reverse. Starting off with the kid carts, followed by Junior 1 slash Pilot 206, 100cc Junior Senior, Master Legends 206, Tag Cadet, then Senior 206, followed by Junior 206, or Junior 2 206, and then it will be Heat 2 after that.
Oh, yeah.
Looks like they got 20 carts going through tech right now, so we will be back shortly.
I'll come over there.
He's keeping me out loud.
Can't even get the right fucking gear. Yeah. You get less points if you're better. There's no point in not go from there. Yeah.
No, he counted it. Just make it.
No, it says 19 on the front. Oh, you didn't? Yeah. That's the problem. You can easily make that up in his line. The first one. Oh, for sure. Y'all are.
Are you still on my camera? Say again?
Yeah, we have to go on a family trip. We're leaving tomorrow. We're going the whole, he gave us like, how shit you know? I have the whole interior out of the film. I'm like, trust me, it'll be done.
What are they going to do? I'm in the back? I'm already in the back.
You're already there.
I'm already in the back.
Say again?
Straight to the line back here. I know. He comes twice a month.
Alrighty, so as you guys saw a bunch of carts going through tech. So we will be back shortly with Heat 1. Kid Kart Heat 1 is getting ready to head out to the track. All right, everyone, we are back. This is going to be Heat 1, 10 laps reverse with Kid Karts. As you can see up there in the corner, they are starting to enter the track now.
For this type of start, it's going to be an immediate green when they go past the start-finish line. So no warm-up lap for this class. We're going to go straight into the racing. And that's going to be, I believe, Franco Morales on that pole position.
As they come around towards the green,
On the outside,
it's going to be an immediate green flag. There is no warm up.
Braxton Shiflett in fifth, and Josue Calvo in sixth.
They are coming around to the straightaway right now.
Looks like the pace is nice and slow for this class as usual. Slower is better regarding safety,
And they are coming towards the green.
Franco Morales looking over his shoulder, watching to make sure that they're lined up pretty equal when they're ready to take that green flag. Looks like they're going to stretch that green flag down a little bit to make sure that there's not a lot of run-up going into that first corner. It looks like Phil's getting ready to throw the green, and we're off green.
Looks like we're off green.
It looks like Franco Morales is going to be holding that outside line. Interesting enough, but Josue Calvo jumping into that second place position, and Wiley Lee in that third place position. Or I'm corrected, it was Noah Beauregard. My bad if I'm getting the names wrong here. I'm trying to go off the carts now, and I'm going to double check that with the race here to make sure I got everybody in the right order. But I think it was Noah Beauregard that held that outside line there, but got back around Josue Calvo, I believe. But Josue Calvo with a pretty strong start. A little bit of a gap back from the leader, but nothing that can't be made up a little bit earlier on. It was Braxton Schiffler who got that big jump on that start, actually. But good move from Braxton to get up into the top 3 off the start. A little bit of a gap to break down for Braxton to get back up to Noah. But Owen Schneider under a little bit of fire from Wiley Lee, it looks like. Followed by Franco Morales and Josue Calvo. Going to be the last one by this lap. So I apologize if I got the names out of order, but it is going to be Noah Beauregard as your leader, still in the back section of the track. But Braxton Schifflet working that gap down slowly but surely, looking to get a little bit more comfortable with the increased grip with the sun breaking through the clouds here. And it looks like Braxton's starting to change the line just a little bit to copy Noah and learning a little bit of something while he's behind him, and it's going to be showing here because that gap is being worked down in that final section using all of the road. But Braxton Schifflet letting the cart drift out a little bit wider than Noah, and that's going to allow him to roll a little bit more speed going onto the straightaway. But that gap is closing lap by lap now. And it looks like Braxton will have a chance to get that P1 spot. A little bit of side-by-side action. It looks like that's the number 1 cart of Wiley Lee protecting the inside a little bit prematurely. But Owen Schneider, Wiley Lee, and Franco Morales all in a somewhat tight-knit group. But it looks like Franco's starting to gain some ground now on Wiley Lee, who dropped 2 positions on the last lap. But Braxton almost getting within that striking distance now to challenge Noah for that lead and get a little bit of a better spot going into the next heat. And this time around, that gap broken down even more, and it looks like it's going to be about, I would call that about a half a second gap, maybe like 0.5, 0.4. But the Race Hero says 0.6, so my assumption not too far off, but breaking down that gap about half a second on the last lap from what it was at almost a second flat. A little bit of some side-by-side action between, it looked like Owen Schneider and Wiley Lee, but no moves made there. And it looks like Franco Morales starting to drop off just a little bit off that start, off that last lap. And that's going to allow Wiley Lee and Owen Schneider to break away a little bit. But going back to the leaders now, the gap remaining pretty consistent this lap. A little bit of time made up, maybe about 2 to 3/10. But a pretty consistent run for both Braxton and Noah. Going into the last section, coming out of the fishbowl, that gap broken down a little bit more. It looks like Braxton found some time in that last section. And it looks like he's almost going to be on the bumper going down the straightaway. But if you can keep that going up into the snake pit, there's a lot of good passing opportunities on the back side of the track with the double hairpin section, followed by a couple of good spots to kind of over-under in the fast right-hander and left-hander in this direction. So if you can either, even later on in the day, we might see a lot of some passing styles where someone might try and pinch down someone on the inside going into that first right-hander that leads to the last section of the lap to get that inside going through that left-hander. And that spot I'm talking about is exactly where Noah and Braxton are. A lot of sketchy passes can be made there, but if you time it right and you got the pace to get in there, passes can be made in that section. But it looks like Braxton nearly on the bumper. Not a lot of gain in the gap for Noah. So Braxton keeping a pretty consistent pace to Noah Beauregard. And the biggest thing is sometimes in these races, you can psych yourself out and start copying what the guy in front of you is doing, and now you're actually slowing down. So it's important to remember to stay consistent on what you've been doing on the track, unless if the person in front of you is doing it better and you see that physical gap grow, then it's time to start thinking outside the box and try and pick up half a second, I would say, visibly. But Braxton pretty strong in this last. Drop back down to almost nearly a second. It looks like Noah's kind of here with the momentum right now. A little bit of, it might be a pass to look for here between Owen Schneider and Wiley Lee. Looks for the pass, doesn't get the pass done at the end of the straight, backs out at the last second. But the leaders might be coming up on some traffic soon, depending on the pace they're going to continue to run, and that might give Braxton a chance to get by Noah Beauregard. But Braxton's super strong still through that last section, just has to hold it through the fishbowl to keep what he earns in that chicane section. Going with a little bit of a tighter approach here. And I think the theory behind that is that you're not working the tire enough to open up the wheels, so you're actually taking a little bit of a shorter distance because these karts don't have the power to track all the way out to the track edge in some of these corners. But it looks like the number 1 kart of Wiley Lee, followed by Owen Schneider. Looks like there was a pass done on that last lap. Franco Morales in that 5th place position, but that group's starting to bunch up. And I'm going to guess that's from the battling that happened on that last lap and that pass made by Wiley Lee. But Braxton breaking down that gap yet once again to probably about a 3/10 difference, maybe 4/10. But he might be in that striking zone now because they're coming up on Josue Calvo, and that might cause a little bit of commotion for those two. And it was at the deficit of Braxton Shiflett trying to get around the traffic. That cost him a lot of time. Race ran by Braxton to challenge Noah. But Wiley Lee starting to break away from Owen Schneider and Franco Morales as he's starting to solidify a pretty strong 3rd place for himself. But coming to the line now, it looks like it's pretty much solidified. Noah Beauregard. Battling happens here really It looks like Wiley Lee's going to take that third place spot for the next heat.
And it looks like the white flag is out for the kid carts. 1 lap to go.
A lot of people choosing to be on that Prairie chassis for the Junior 1 class. Cole Harris sticking out from the bunch with that Praga chassis. Recently picking up some sponsors from the mom and dad sponsorship. And it looks like Cole Harris does some.
And here they come down to the checkered flag. And your race leader is Noah Beauregard. Noah Beauregard is your race winner.
Also in the pack for the Junior 1 pilots getting ready to head out. It's going to be Jake Luttrell out of Payson, California on the VLR chassis. And thanks to Wolfpack Electric Company.
Up next, we have Junior 1. Up next, we have Junior 1s. This race is going to be sponsored by number 23, Jamie and Jack.
In that Junior 1 class out of Portoka.
When we're here at Prairie City with Jackson. Jackson, how old are you?
10 years old.
And what class are you driving today?
Driving tech cadet and female.
Awesome. And who do you think is going to be one of your biggest competitors?
Aiden Lowe, and Cole Saito, Braden, and this
It sounds like you have a packed field. Do you have any plans to be able to make your way to the front? Good. Did you put in some fast lap times yesterday?
Yes.
All right. And what do you think is going to be a good pole time for today? Were you in the 49s, 50s? All right. So maybe we might see a high 49 and low 50 for pole? All right. Is there anyone you would like to say thank you to? All right, you guys, this is Jackson. He's going to be running the Junior 1 program for 2-cycle and 4-cycle. Keep your eye on him. He's going to be moving to the front of the pack, if not starting on pole. And that's Jackson, everybody. We'll see you later.
All right, everyone. That is number 23. That is our sponsor for this race, Jamie and Jax. We're going to be keeping a very close eye on him during this race.
It looks like there might be a chance for them to go green this time by. A little bit of some kerfuffling and people trying to catch up and make the start.
Looks like they might be going green.
It looks like, I don't know if they're going to like that pace going into it, but it looks like we're still going to go green.
All right, and we're green.
Looks like Koa Saito dropping back one spot. Aiden Go keeping that first place spot, I believe. A little bit of a breakaway from the P1 driver. So I'll have to confirm who that is exactly when everybody crosses the line. But Kason Hodge, I think, is still in that fourth place position, looking visibly from the backside of the track.
Looks like in first place right now we got number 23, Jamie and Jax, running with a purple lap. Looks like Jamie and Jax, number 23, has a 1 second lead. He is flying around.
The multi-talented Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu mountain bike riding kart racer is going to be in that 9th place position as of now. Mason Hodge making up some ground on Mason Gill.
Jamie and Jax still in the lead with almost a
But not much position change over here outside of Mason Gill.
with almost a 2 second gap.
Up one spot. And Austin Hill also moving up one spot. But no battling as of right now. First place kind of broken away. Kason Hodge looking for that move up.
Looks like we got 8 laps to go.
Outside here.
Jamie and Jack, number 23, just out in the front, smashing it today. Did great qualifying, did great race start off. He's just out there killing it. If you see him out in the pits, definitely congratulate him for all the hard work he's done this weekend. He's put in a lot of effort this weekend.
Cole Harris up 2 spots right now with a little bit of momentum to keep going. My bad.
They're coming down the hill in the back.
Cole Anderson, our $1,000 beef jerky spender with the Pro Shop. I mixed up the two Coles, and that kind of messed with me for a second.
Your race leader is still Jamie and Jack, number 23, with a big lead in front, followed followed by
All starting to bunch up a little bit in that back section.
Kason Hodge
Looking to hunt down Case and
and Madison
It might be a little bit
Mason Grill.
from these three drivers not to challenge each other too
Okay,
much
okay.
and kind of work in draft to get up.
Jamie and Jack has a almost a 3-second lead.
In a pretty comfortable second place. And if I was in the shoes of Case and Hodge right now, I'd just work on being consistent, try and just keep my spot.
Looks like Kason Hodge is trying to catch up to Jamie Jacks, but Jamie and Jack has a 2-second lead. Number 23, Jamie and Jack is your race leader. We got 2 to go, and your race leader is still Jamie and Jack, number 23.
Side by side action going down to number 45. I couldn't catch the number. It's going to be Axel Titchell and Olsen having a little bit of a battle going down the straightaway. A little bit of a blue flag action going on here, letting traffic by, I'm pretty sure. But that didn't slow down Mason Gill at all. Jack's out still in front. So try not to look at the ratio, and I gotta stick with the ratio for now until I learn these carts a little bit better. Jim and Jack's still out in front, dropping a little bit of time last.
Jamie and Jack still running out front with a pretty big head lead on Kason Hodge.
So he's got good momentum rolling for himself, but I don't think it's enough time to catch up to Jackson. 2 to go. So the biggest battle to watch right now is going to be between Mason Gill, Kova Saito, and Great Lotta. And it looks like there's going to be a little bit of a pass up the inside here. It looks like there's a little bit of a pass made on Kova Saito, who got out in front of that
And the white flag is out. Your race leader is still Jamie and Jax, number 23.
No position change as of now. No looks up. There's a little bit of a look going up the inside into the first corner down the straightaway.
Looks like no one's going to be able to catch him unless.
There's not anything really to happen here. It's such a big gap. No passes looked for by Koa. There's a move up the inside going down there. A little bit of a shove out in that small chicane section going to the next hairpin. Looks like Koa Saito got hung out to dry.
And they're coming down the straightaway for the last time.
But it looks like the number 128 card benefited from that. So that might be the 126. We'll see.
Looks like Jamie and Jax is your race winner.
Between that group of four. So the final war between those drivers is going to be Jamie Jax as the race winner.
Jamie and Jack, number 23 is your race winner.
Great Lotta, Noah Saito in fifth, followed by Jimmy Cook.
We are going into junior or 100cc junior senior race. Looks like 100cc junior and senior are out, ready to go. Looks like we do have a driver. Colby Romero starting in that pole position for the KA 100 senior. Doing another warm-up lap and then line him up to go green. Looks like they are coming down the straightaway to go to a green. And they are green.
Ridgely Welsh able to hold that inside line and stay in that first place spot. Colby Romero inching up into second place, getting a little bit of a gap back to Yashun Kapoor. Thank you. But a little side-by-side action here for Ridgely Welsh and Colby Romero. Still continuing to go side-by-side. Colby gets out front into the hairpin section. Ridgely falling back to second place. Yashun falling to third. And Wahib up to fourth place now. But Colby Romero is starting to get a little bit of a gap, but this can change pretty fast. But in this class especially, it's important to get the pressures extremely right, because you could get hot pretty soon if you don't get those pressures right, or it could be too cold and you never get into the right temperatures on the tire or the right pressure, which can also screw your race. But as of right now, visibly looking, Colby Romero still out front, Ridgely Welsh followed by Yashun Kapoor. Let's tune into the action here for the juniors as well, unless if I see any type of fighting from the seniors. But it looks like I think Eric Doan's going to be the race leader for the junior class, followed by Cypress Andrus, and then Julian Sanchez and Zoquan Holbrook. But Colby Romero getting a pretty comfortable lead, but Ridgely Welsh under fire from Yashun Kapoor. Looks like Yashun looks to the inside. Yashun gets the pass done. Ridgely tries to cross over, tries to go around the outside, makes it work around the outside. Pretty impressive defense there from Ridgely. But Colby Romero benefiting from all this fighting, just getting a lot of gap back to the second and third and fourth place. But Michael Wahib hanging in there with that group. And it looks like Jeff Rice, or that's Lucas Sweetland in that fifth place spot, followed by Macadera actually leading the race for the junior class. My apologies. I didn't see Macadera tucked in there. But now it's a three-man battle, second through fourth. And it looks like Michael Wahib looks up the inside. A little bit of contact on Yashun Kapoor. Purely a racing incident. But Lucas Sweetland off the track now. But good pass attempt by Michael Wahib out into the third place position now, working his way up. Right now, one of the best top positions that Michael Wahib has held in recent time at this track. But it looks like Ridgely Welsh split off as well. And I don't see what happened. Oh, Yashom Kapoor out in the second place spot. Michael Wahib in third. Ridgely Welsh falling back, but starting to become under fire from the junior drivers of Matt Gadara and Eric Doan, starting to make up ground. And with this continued battling and trying to get past Ridgely Welsh, that might give Wahib a little bit more time to break away. But Colby Romero sitting all by himself in that P1 spot. Yashom Kapoor finally getting some clean air as well. And it looks like Michael Wahib has a pretty good gap to just focus on the times in the laps. But Colby Romero with a strong start and a strong lead as of now, able to hold that without taking any fire from other drivers. So for now, we're going to tune into the junior race with Matt Gadara still leading Eric Doan in the hunt for that first place spot, followed by Cypress Andrus in that third place spot, and then Zoquan Holbrook and Julian Sanchez following closely behind, but out of the mix. But Eric Doan starting to put some pressure on Matt Gadara now, looking to find Matt Gadara's weak spot on this track to make the pass stick. But this fighting amongst the junior drivers is allowing Ridgely to focus back on putting some fast times down to catch up to Michael and keep a podium spot going into the next race. And it looks like Eric Doan is looking for that pass going into the snake pit, makes it stick on Matt Gadara. He might start getting some clean air here if he can hold the momentum he's got, but he's coming up on Ridgely Welsh now, which might hold him down a little bit. These drivers in the senior class a little heavier, so the corner speed a little harder to keep with that heavier weight. With the junior drivers being lighter, they're allowed to carry a little bit more speed than the seniors. So on a track like this with not super long straightaways, even though these junior drivers have a restrictor, they also have the benefit of having less weight. And it looks like Ridgely's telling Doan to push, but Doan looks for the pass. Can he get it done? And maybe there's a little bit of some benefit here in drafting Eric Doan for Ridgely Welsh. And that might create a little bit of a buffer zone for him back to Matt Gadara to run away here. Matt Gadara starting to look up the inside, going down the hill. And it looks like it might be, I think that was Ridgely Welsh that just dropped out of the race with a little bit of a mechanical error here. Not sure exactly what happened. Could be a pop chain or something like that. We've seen a lot of that this weekend.
All right, so it looks like we got 2 to go. Your race leader is Colby Romero.
Cypress Andrus, and I'm not sure. That's Matt Gadara with a little bit of some side-by-side action. Trying to psych him out for one lap, even though we got 2 laps to go. The white flag about to come out. Matt Gadara has the room to get back into that second place position. No move yet from them. Colby Romero still on that Sunday cruise in first place as of now. Showing Kapoor still sitting.
Colby Romero still in first, is your first leader with a 2-second gap between first and second place. Second place, we're on the last lap now. White flag has dropped.
Looks like Eric Doan's up the inside here. Makes the pass on Michael Wahib, so he's going to secure that spot past him, even though they're in a different class. He's going to have some clean air to finish out this race.
Looks like they're coming down the straightaway for the final time. And it looks like your finished race, Colby Romero wins the race. And that was the KA 100 senior and junior class.
Cypress Andrus in that second place spot, and Zoquan Hallbrook getting up to third place. Julian Sanchez in fourth. McIntyre in fifth.
Alrighty, so it looks like we have Master Legends 206 on track. Up next after this race will be Tag Cadet, then Senior 206. Looks like we got one more lap. I guess, are they starting now? Alright, it's going to be 10 laps.
Slow is safe only when you're starting a race, but that's why we're gonna have to go around a little bit too much pace in the group. And this first group going out is gonna be the Masters, followed by the Legends. I'm pretty sure. Leclerc drivers of the 23. Not sure what that communication means, but a lot of body English going on right now. I think I might have to bring a sign language interpreter up to the tower so I can start interpreting all the hand signals on the track that I'm not quite picking up, but it looks like everything's okay for them to start the race.
Oh, one person off the track already. Race hasn't even started yet.
No passes made, but
Looks like they're going green now.
going green right now.
We are green.
No pass attempts. One pass attempt into the first corner, clean with no contact. When they come around again, I'll be able to get the accurate order. But going up to the Masters, it looks like I don't know who that is, but when they come around, I'll be able to actually get it. Followed by
The white helmet?
Josh Velos. Inside on to the straightaway, everybody keeping their spacing and their spot. But between the two groups, it's become pretty single file with Jesse Gwynn breaking away in that Masters group. But Josh Velos making that move on Ying Li for the second place position. So we'll see if Ying Li is going to contest that pass going up the straightaway. Ying Li doesn't look for the pass here, but a little bit of a bump going into that first corner. And that's going to cost him a little bit of time on the exit there. No passes made, but a little bit of some protecting on the inside for the Legends class, which is led by Mike Van Moyden, Chris Britton, and Laren Cisco. No change in order there for any of those drivers. Jesse Gwynn, Josh Valos, and Ying Lee still in the same order, but Josh Valos starting to get some clean air to track down Jesse Gwynn and maybe make up that position.